I'm Monique Soltani. I'm a wine expert, a journalist, and I'm thirsty for life. This is Wino TV. And it doesn't matter if it goes in, on the side, squeeze it.
I feel like maybe on the side is a little retro.
Oh, see, way to call me out, Maggie, on my old school Gen X ways. Where culture...
It has Punta Mes, which is probably my favorite bottle of anything.
We didn't even know it was a bottle of anything before we met you, Maggie. And agriculture come together. We have found the cure for the common cocktail. I have got cocktail expert and author Maggie Hoffman here with me. She is mixing up mixology. She's putting a simple twist on a classic cocktail. Hi, Maggie. Nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you too. When we're drinking in the backyard, I just want it to be easy. I want it to be fun. It shouldn't be stressful.
When you're day drinking, you just want to kick back. Hopefully someone else is watching your kids and you're having one of these fantastic cocktails.
Really, the best of the bunch is a Spritz. And I'm sure you've had a Spritz in Italy. You know, it's traditional, sort of as the sun goes down. You're gonna have this cocktail that's a little bit bitter and not too alcoholic. You're not gonna get drunk before dinner. And the little bitterness helps you get hungry for dinner. The classic Spritz is always going to be fizzy. And all of these variations are gonna be fizzy too. And Prosecco is the traditional sparkling wine that's in it, but you can get flexible. One thing I really like is to use a German sect. I've also seen these made with Lambrusco, which you know is a sparkling red Italian wine. When you're measuring sparkling wine, obviously you have to wait for a second to let the fizz go down so you get the right amount. So on the back of a bottle of Aperol, they give you the recipe. They want you to be lazy. For me, it's a little bit sweet. So I like to do it a different way. I like to go 3-1-1.
Okay.
So I do 3 ounces of Prosecco. We're actually going to do a whole ounce of soda.
Okay.
And you can use whatever sparkling water you have on hand. You can use club soda. I like Topo Chico.
Topo what is that?
It's a sparkling water from Mexico, and it's very effervescent, very lively, so that'll keep your bubbles going in the glass.
You put the ice after the fizz.
Yeah, you know, I hate to have ice melt in the glass. So you don't want to be putting your ice in a glass first, going to find your ingredients, waiting a couple minutes. You want to be ready to go. The last part is just a little bit of Aperol, and we're not going to do 2, we're just going to do 1.
Okay, so 1 ounce of Aperol.
And I'm putting it on top because the Aperol is the heaviest element. So the Aperol will sink. And so if you put your Aperol on the bottom, it's going to stay in the bottom. Like this, it's actually mixing itself, and you can give it a little stir if you want, but honestly, it doesn't even need it.
And I'm going to be the garnish gal. So what's our garnish, Maggie?
That guy's going to get an orange wedge.
Okay, so for the orange, do I just plop it in there? Do
Sure.
I squeeze it? Do I put it on
No,
the
don't
side?
squeeze. I would just put it in.
Okay.
Yeah, you're beautiful.
I wish you had one too so you could cheers, but we're making another one, so we'll cheers later. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so good.
Easy drinking, it's not
Yeah.
too heavy.
Yeah.
And you know, it's actually designed to go with that sort of pre-dinner cocktail hour, so it's very good with salty snacks. So I have a little tray of olives over there. Those are Castelvetrano, they're very sweet. And some people would even garnish with the olive, but I think garnish with the orange, eat the olive.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Another thing I was going to say is that the Aperol is delicious, but this is a super flexible drink, and you don't have to worry if you don't have Aperol. Another thing I really like in it is Cappelletti, which is a little more bitter and a little more spicy. Same thing, 3-1-1, you're good to go. The next drink is inspired by the Spritz, but I was at a meeting in New York recently at Maialino, which is this wonderful bar. It's open all day, so they have a big Spritz menu because people are drinking all day.
As you do in New York.
And as you do at meetings. And so I asked for something a little bit more bitter than that. And the bartender recommended, what if we put a little Campari, which is sort of Aperol's big brother. It's very robust, very bitter. And a little Cynar, which is a vegetal liqueur. It's like Campari, like what you see in a Negroni, except a little more bitter and a little more savory. And it has all kinds of, you know, herbs and roots and different flavorings, but one of them is artichoke, and that's why you see an artichoke.
Wow, you really don't think about artichoke.
You know, cocktails have been going savory, and that's something that's really fun. When people go to a bar, they often ask for something not too sweet, and one of the ways that smart bartenders have innovated is making the drinks more savory. And so you'll see Cynar and celery and all kinds of interesting flavors that you didn't maybe 5-10 years ago.
Bloody Mary's like the OG savory cocktail, yes?
Absolutely.
Totally.
The next one is very similar. It starts with 3 ounces of sparkling wine. That same thing. Prosecco's great. This is a great use for Prosecco left over from a party. And we're going to do 2 ounces of the club soda. And I like to have it chilled before we start. Then it opens and doesn't fizz all over the place.
You mean the club soda? Yeah. So chill the club soda and everything chilled. Okay.
Both the Prosecco and the club soda I like to chill. So we have 3 ounces of the sparkling wine, 2 ounces of the club soda. And then the last ounce, instead of Aperol, we're going to split. So it's going to be half Campari and half Cynar.
So half Campari, half the artichoke dye.
Yeah. And then you're the garnish girl.
I'm the garnish gal. What am I putting on this one? We're gonna artichoke? No.
I wish. That'd be fun, though. Maybe a lot of work. You'll do the grapefruit wedge for this guy.
And it doesn't matter if it goes in, on the side, squeeze it.
I feel like maybe on the side is a little retro.
Oh, see, way to call me out, Maggie, on my old school Gen X ways.
And you want to add a lot of ice. If you're in the backyard and you don't have a fancy cocktail spoon, you can also just use a skewer if you're grilling. You can use a chopstick, just don't worry.
And if it's a savory drink, you can add some flavor from the steak or whatever, or the shish kebab.
Sure.
Put it on in there.
Our third drink is a little more complicated, a little more fancy, but it's still great for backyard entertaining because you're going to do all the complicated stuff in advance, and then when you're ready to serve it, it's no sweat, it's ready to go. You're going to batch together some fancy stuff. So if you want to hold that up, this one is saffron.
Yeah. This is saffron.
Saffron is going to give a simple syrup this beautiful orange color and a sort of rich flavor, and all you're doing is putting a pinch of saffron in your simple syrup. And that is going to get mixed together with all of the other ingredients that go in the drink except the fizzy stuff. Aperol this time does have Aperol, but then in addition it has Punta Mez, which is probably my favorite bottle of anything.
Okay. We didn't even know it was a bottle of anything before we met you, Maggie. What is it?
I could drink it every night on ice.
Okay.
Basically, think of it as a vermouth with a little added richness, a little added bitterness. And so it's robust without being too sweet. I love to drink it on ice, just like any vermouth, and you can really use it in any drink that calls for sweet vermouth, but I really love it here. And so what happens is we're going to mix 6 ounces of the Punta Mez and 6 ounces of the Aperol and 3 ounces of fresh lime juice and 3 ounces of our saffron simple syrup.
Okay.
You're going to put it in a bottle. And really, you can add everything but the lime 24 hours in advance, however long in advance you want. I like to do the lime no more than an hour or 2 before the party because lime does change flavor, and if your party's going to last a couple hours, you want your lime juice to still taste good. So all that stuff is in here, the Punta Mez, the Aperol, the lime, and the saffron simple syrup. And you keep it in the fridge, and then you shake it up when you're ready to go.
And it doesn't matter how long it has to be in the fridge beforehand?
I would say once your lime juice is in, an hour or 2. But everything else could be done the day before or 2 days before. So you're all ready to go. Nice little bottle. You shake it up. And this is going to be the thing that you're adding to your spritz. So this is 6 drinks once we add all the fizz.
So if you have 6 people coming over, 1 batch is enough. I mean, if your guests only drink 1 drink.
If you have 3 people coming over.
I guess it depends on your crowd. I'm usually kicking everybody out of our house at 9 p.m., so we're early birds these days. Can you tell Maggie's a mom, though? 'Cause she's like, everything's all about being easy. She's got to make this easy, folks.
We're going to do an ounce of soda and an ounce of sparkling wine and 3 ounces of this mixture.
Okay.
We've got our mix.
We got our garnish gal, which I think I know what my garnish is. And I know I never put it on the edge, which is why these don't have little slices in them. And I can't tell you how many times when I was a bartender, I sliced my little finger, putting the little slices in the garnishes. But that's old school.
Beautiful.
And now,
I think you're going to like this.
oh, yummy. I love that, Maggie. This is so fun. Maggie, do you have a cheers or toast, anything that you say?
How about to easy cocktails?
All right, easy cocktails, porch pounding.